The brilliant reign of the Golden Order cast an inescapable light across the lands between. With the ethereal Erdtree standing high on the Altus Plateau, the blinding golden rays were beacons that represented the Elden Ring's power and blessings. Although this fact escapes many new tarnished, the Erdtree was once a sole and unique structure. It wasn't until after the Shattering that the alleged timeless and immortal Erdtree began to bear its precious golden seeds. As quoted in the Crimson and Cerulean seed talismans, this phenomenon was never before thought possible. However, many of the seeds began to sprout and subsequently grew into saplings that would come to be known as minor Erdtrees that dotted the lands. Interestingly enough, these minor Erdtrees all share similarities that reveal an incredibly disturbing truth. In this video, we'll be answering a question that only the most observant Tarnished have come to ask. Why are there always shattered living jars surrounding the bases of the minor Erdtrees? If you haven't noticed before, due to the minor distractions caused by the not-so-friendly Erdtree avatars, the areas surrounding minor Erdtrees are always littered with the shattered remains of numerous living jars. But what tragedy could have befallen these animated ceramic beings? We know from the Iron Jar Aromatic item description that living jars were often hunted down by jar poachers. But due to the fact that the minor Erdtrees were patrolled by guardians, this doesn't appear to be very likely. What if we considered the possibility that the living jars willingly sacrifice themselves at the foot of the trees? Closer inspection of the living jars reveals they are sealed with an inscription of the Erdtree, which confirms their ties to the Golden Order. The Warrior Jar Shard description states that the jar's contents primarily consist of scraps of stewed flesh, relics of ancient royal warriors perhaps. The flavor text for the Great Jar's Arsenal charm seems to allude to the fact that filling one's container with the remains of powerful warriors is the sole purpose of the living jars, as it states, "Carry as much as you can, grow big and strong." But to what end? Was this newfound strength solely for the purpose of increasing their individual power? Sadly, this is not the case. In fact, the truth is much more disturbing. Since the Shattering and the subsequent appearance of golden seeds and minor Erdtrees, the living jars were tasked with the selfless existence of gathering the remains of powerful warriors and journeying to nearby Erdtree sites to sacrifice themselves in order to create immensely powerful golems known as Erdtree avatars. That's right, each and every Erdtree avatar that you vanquish is composed of a multitude of dead warriors' remains that were collected by living jars and combined into one deadly force. The item descriptions for Hero and Lord runes reveal how the Erdtree's alleged blessing was simply a farce, used to siphon power for the sake of the Erdtree and shackle those with great strength and servitude to a quote, distant duty. The Golden Seeds flavor text states that when the Elden Ring was shattered, these seeds flew from the Erdtree as if life itself knew that its end had come. This instinctive drive for self-preservation was disguised by a veil of rituals bathed in gold to hide the true frailty of the Golden Order and its newfound imperfection. Interestingly enough, it seems as if the Erdtree avatars have the innate ability to ward off destined death and are very likely the healthy variants of ulcerated tree spirits. In several instances where minor Erdtrees are not being guarded by Erdtree avatars, those who live in death have already invaded the site and poisoned the withering tree. This leads me to believe that the Erdtrees are desperately trying to spread the influence of the progenitor in order to dispel death. The Erdtree avatars are living examples of the Golden Order's sinister nature. Knowing this, it's no wonder why Iron Fist Alexander sought a greater purpose. It seems even the greater will was as fickle as the humans who worshipped it. As we Tarnished continue to comb the lands between, we can be certain that more dark truths will surface. Until next time, it's the Inhuman One signing out.